Good evening, everybody. I'm just going to post this link real quick and we'll get started. What a crazy day, crazy ERs, and a crazy market today. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Just a moment. And there it is. Good evening, Josh. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. All right, without wasting any time, we'll go ahead and get started. This will be recorded. So I'm going to go ahead and start with SPY. Obviously, the market was brutal today. We had Google and Microsoft ER. Google did not do pretty well. It missed the top and the bottom. So we saw some downside on Google, but it tried to recover after market. The only thing I believe it's helping Google right now is that 70 billion buyback they're doing. So that's the only good news. Microsoft, overall, it was not that great, to be honest. But the only thing helped them was the cloud revenue beating by 25 or 26%. So we saw a gap up on Microsoft, which are going to help Qs and the SPY tomorrow. I haven't seen the futures, but my guess is that we should see some kind of bounce and some green tomorrow, but not expecting a huge rally out of this. On SPY today, let's get to it. We did break yesterday's lows and we broke it with vengeance. It was very bad overall market, but we did bounce at this 415 area where we have seen the previous bounce. So tomorrow, what are we expecting out of this? So tomorrow I'll be watching this 421.65 area. That's your next level to see if we can get through above this. Today we could not get above it. Let's look at it 5 minutes real quick and see that it was having some difficulty getting through that area. So this was today. But yeah, this 422.50 area where it was a big resistance on intraday level. So you want to see us get through these levels to see more upside on this. So I'm going to set an alert right here about 22.30 area where we kept rejecting intraday. But honestly, if we came really close to this, I would go ahead and short the market, go a couple of weeks out on puts. Today, I saw nothing but the puts activity overall. So let's hope, I mean, we get some kind of relief, but, we still have Amazon coming up and Apple on April 28th. And we also have Facebook tomorrow with some other names. So let's see what they do. As I said, not expecting a whole lot of Momo out of this. This is your intraday and another resistance level around 419 area. So you need to get through this too. But on a little bit longer time frame, you need to watch 422.30. If it comes around here, you want to short it with a stop above 423. Make sure you buy some time on your SPY puts because they will decay. All right, let's go ahead and go on to the tech world. Tech world, it was crazy after hours. It went all the way down to 311, but we also saw the bounce. I think it ended up around 316.50 area. Honestly, tomorrow, what I'll be closely watching is this 317.45 area, which is your triple bottom. From previously, if you look at it, we have bounced there in February, March, and now April. So we want to hold these levels on the Qs tomorrow. If they don't hold it, there are some small supports here around 311 area, but that's about it. This is going to go all the way down to 303.50 area after that. And I was also looking at this weekly real quick. It's the same thing. There's a small weekly support here at this 303, but we, as you see, today also we rejected right at this 100 SMA. We could not get above it. That's our main area to get above that. But daily, I was just skimming through here and I saw something interesting, a head and shoulder. If we can hold on to this 317.45 area, there's a potential small head and shoulder we can see, all depending on the Amazon and Apple ER, what they do. You know, if they can hold on to these 317 level, we might see some kind of relief bounce, but overall still, as you can see, this is your downtrend line. As long as we are below that, any bounce is a sell. All right, the next thing I'll be watching is Tesla. How many of you played Tesla off of this? I won't lie, I was too busy with my other place, so I did not get to play this, but this thing we kept watching, this 970 level. These, I've been talking about it for the last 4 times while we did this live stream, that if it breaks this brown line, which is your 100 SMA, which was your previous support, this is going to flush down. And my God, it flushed or what? It was crazy. I honestly did not expect this big of a pullback. I expected, you know, at least to hold this thick blue line, which is your 50 SMA and 200, but it sliced through everything. So I'm not expecting anything out of Tesla now. Any bounce you get on Tesla from here on now is a sell. So there are a few levels you'll be watching is 900 and 965. These are the 2 levels we'll be watching on Tesla, which is your 200 SMA and your 50 SMA. So I'm going to set my alerts on this one. SMA 200 crossing up, and watch the volume during that time to see if I want to short it or go long all the way up to 50 SMA, depending on the overall market. So the news here was that Elon was possibly using Tesla shares against buying Twitter on margin. So that was a real rumor. I don't know if he has really come out and said what it was. So we'll see. The other one, as I said, it is on my radar. I like to keep an eye on this one. It closed right on this 200 SMA, which was your previous resistance. So tomorrow my eyes will be all open for this one. This is the first one I'll be watching. If it opens above this 236.50 level on target, I will buy a month out 245 calls on these with a stop right below 236. So my risk reward on this one is going to be good. So my alerts are already set on this one. It's going to be in front of my screen, so I won't miss that. The other one we also talked about was CLF. This is the position I entered today. It was holding the previous resistance we had, which was at 26.55. If you guys remember, we also talked about this one. So if you guys get any bounce on this one above 26.55 tomorrow, it's not a bad buy for, I would give this one a little bit longer, as you know, this tends to move a little slow. So I would buy maybe June or July calls. Maybe June is not bad. You can get a nice bounce up to 30 on this one. And you, again, you know, your stop is going to be nice and tight on this one, right below 26. I would cut it. So at most you would lose about 10% on your position, as opposed to you'll be making about good between 50 to 100%. There's Google. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on this one, see if it turns around and gets above 2380 area. If we can see any bounce above 2380 area, I will play some weekly lottos on this one for sure. So I'm going to add my alert on this one crossing up. We'll see where it opens. It tried to go green at the end of the day, but it rejected. So, but definitely going to play this one. It can go up all the way to 24, 60 to 70 area if it wishes to turn around with overall market. So that's the other one I'm keeping an eye on. Again, the number is 2380. I need to see it above that because that was your today's lows. And I want to see a little bit more push above that with some volume. The other one I'm eyeing is Moderna. Moderna, I have it on my watch list, but they have ER coming up. I'll see what they do tomorrow, but I haven't seen any huge volume on this one. So I'm just keeping it on the sidelines for now. but it has been rejecting this 90 EMA continuously. So any bounce up to 150 to 151 area on Moderna is a short, go 2 weeks out, but also remember that on 4th of May, they are reporting earnings. The next one I'll be watching is Plug. They were buying quite a few of these today. I believe they were buying Plug. I think July or June. Sorry, August calls. They were buying August 30 calls. There you go. So let's see again. They have ER coming up. If it opens above my fib level here, I will enter that position. I think they might do well in their ER too. I think they did really good on their last ER right here. Even though they missed, it gapped up. So they might have some kind of news incoming on this one. So as long as 21.20 holds on this one, I will enter this position with my stop below 21. So let's see if we can get an entry right here. So I set my alert right there. The other one I'll be watching is DDOG. So DDOG and Target are going to be my top two. I'll be watching very closely tomorrow as Microsoft DDOG moves pretty well with Microsoft, and Microsoft announced their cloud numbers were good. So I am definitely watching this one above 125. If I can get a push through above 125, I will only day trade this one up to 130, 131 area, because that's my another resistance line. So I'll be just day trading this one right below. I'll keep my stop right below 125. So these are my current watch list. I'll be watching for tomorrow, and now it's your turn. All right, let's start. What are the requests? NVDA, all right. That's one yucky chart. Daily is not giving me much. Daily has bounced previously at these levels. If you look at it, there's a very tiny support here at 188, 187.50 area. If you can see right here, it has bounced previously, but let's go a little bit further out. I want to see weekly what it shows. Weekly too, it has bounced previously on this one, but it is coming really close to your 100 SMA. So when is their ER? Oh, they have some time for the ER, 25th May. So they have a month for the ER. Okay. So I think this one, as long as 187 holds, basically today's lows, you can expect a bounce on this one very nicely. You can expect a bounce at least up to 200, because it is clearly rejecting this 9 EMA right here. If you look at it, this thin line is your 9 EMA. So as long as it is below that, it's a short whenever it comes to that. But I can see definitely, given the market conditions tomorrow and for a few days later, this can bounce up to 200 if, only if this today's lows hold. So I'm going to keep my alert on this one too. I might play this one too. But if it goes below this one, it's a nice short, very nice short all the way down to 150s, guys. Buy some time on that, at least a month out. You have a month out for the ER. Also, given overall market conditions, this can be a nice short. All right, the other one we are looking at, Baba. Baba is holding my small support here at 84. I was kind of watching this one today. For some reason, some of the Chinese stocks were really strong. I believe it was JD, which was green today, and they were buying some dated calls on this one. On Baba, I would like to see it hold 84, but I'm not expecting too much out of it because it is clearly on this downtrend. I don't think it's going to break anytime soon because their ER is coming. So watch the 84 level. If it breaks again, it's a short. And this one's going to go all the way down to gap fill this right here at 79. Oh, no, 80 area. 80.14 is your gap fill. So won't be surprised to see that if overall market turns around. DD already is the same place. I think I had already talked about this one. I had set my alert on this one, but there was a volume, so I wanted to see the daily candle close below 168, and it's a short. So as long as 168 holds, if you just bought in, I would stay long on this one with the stop below 168. GE. Did GE have ER today? Looks like it. Well, just by looking at it, GE has quite a few gaps here to fill. There's one gap fill at 74 and the other one is at 64. So any bounce up to 86, 87 level on GE is a short. But I believe this is headed back down to fill those gaps. It'll take time, buy some time if you're short. Amazon has an ER, so hard to really guess on this one. I trade Amazon every day. I'm not doing anything here so far, but below 2,800, it's not looking too good. If market turns around, you can play it for a day trade above 2,800, but honestly, this daily chart looks pretty bad, and most likely it will double bottom right here if the ER is bad. But let's look at weekly too real quick. Yeah, weekly looks pretty bad as well. The 2,800 is your key level to watch, and then 2,880. If it can get above 2,800, and given the market participation, if everything turns around, you can expect the Amazon to run to 2,880 tomorrow. Yeah, by tomorrow, because their earnings are on Friday. You are welcome, Sanjay. AMD. AMD, I believe, is in the same boat as NVDA, but it broke quite a few of my support levels, but here it's holding at 84. There's a small, yeah, if 84 is your support on this one, if 84 breaks, there's nothing stopping this one from going all the way down. The other one would be at 74. So this is the level you want to watch. Below 84, it's lights out for AMD. So watch 84, 83.90 to be exact. The next one is Square. Square is headed to 92.72. I think the ER is coming up soon too, but every bounce on this one is a sell too. It already broke the uptrend here at a long time ago, actually. At 120, it broke it. So any bounce up to 9 EMA, guys, again, a reminder, if you guys want to put this 9 EMA on your trading view, I think any charting platform you use, it's very, very useful. You just got to look at this pattern. If you look at it, it keeps rejecting this 9 EMA. So, any bounce up to 9 EMA going into ER is a sell. But I would really like this one to hold on to this 92.72 level. But if not, then it's pretty bad on this one. Yeah, this is going all the way down to 82 if it does not hold on to that level. Thoughts on 520, 150 puts for Josh, it honestly, for the ERs, I don't play ERs. It's very rarely. The only one I played was Facebook last time and Netflix this time. So I rarely play them if I'm confident. But I have seen, some 145 puts come in for May. So that's all I can tell you. But chart-wise, 186 is your level to watch. SPX trade learn. I want to watch 42. 4,200 is your key level. We need to see an open above that. PBR. I like this PBR on daily. It is holding on to this 100 SMA. So your key level is, if you want to enter that one, I haven't seen any PBR. You know, actually, I have seen PBR flow. I can't remember what it was. I'll have to think again. So as long as 13 holds on this one, I would hold on to this. So basically just 13, keep your stop loss below 13. If it holds above that, you can hold on to your long position. But below 13, I would go ahead and short it. Trade learn, Google will go to 2000. Absolutely. If the market switches sides, there's a lot of room for this one to go down. But my big level on Google is 2115. I would be a definite buyer over there. It has a decent support area over here, and it will also fill this small gap it has left previously around 2132 area. So I can, if it comes back down here, I will be a buyer of Google going into the split. And they split on July 26th, I believe. 18th of July, my bad. Rivian and Lucid. All right, I'll do last two and I'll call it a night. Been a long day, guys. Rivian broke support here on daily. Wow, it's on, is it all-time lows on Rivian? Yeah, Rivian already broke the support at 33.46 area. That was your key level to watch. Any bounce up to 33.50 area on Rivian is a short. Actually, I won't mind going short on this one too. Let's see. Oh, keep in mind with Rivian, Amazon, you know, it plays with Amazon. So if Amazon gives a good ER and everything, and they mention Rivian by any chance, it will shoot up. So just be cautious there if you're playing that. Lucid is breaking down as well, but it is coming to some congestion area right here. If you look at it, I think it can see a bounce right here above 17, but below 17 it is going all the way down to 15s. There's a small congestion area right here around 1750 area. As long as that holds, it's good, but below that, not so good. There you go. On weekly too, it shows about the same. So anything below 17 is going to 15s, and all the way down, there's nothing else left. It's going to be a straight line down. They have an ER coming up. Sound of Peace tomorrow is ER of Facebook. What do you think this time? I think it's going to be very tricky. It all depends on their ads and everything. So far, what we have seen from Google and everybody, their ad revenues weren't that great given the condition in Ukraine. So we'll see what happens over there. But I'm not expecting any great earnings. I think it will be an option burner to downside. You are welcome. All right, guys, this is all I have for today. And I will see you all tomorrow. Stay safe. Don't go heavy. Keep it real. See y'all.